I saw the divine. I turned to left and then to right. I looked to front and then behind. I looked down low and then up high. I looked out to the world, then looked inside. Wherever I looked, I saw the divine. In the midst of the morning fog, in scorching heat of the sun, in the bliss of the twilight and the darkness of the night, in the tip of a flame, in the warmth of fire, in the burning of a town, as it couldn't control desire, I saw the divine. In the scent of an infant, in the innocence of a child, in the spirit of the youth and the prudence of the old, in the stance of a lover, in the longing of a heart, in the sweat of the labor with dedication who toils, I saw the divine. In the hunger of a poor, in the opulence of a king, in the quelling of a voice, in the cruelty of a tyrant, in the rise from the ashes of the oppressed masses, in the oppression of the weak, in the sacrifice of the martyr, I saw the divine. In the fragility of the ego, in the force of humility, in the strength of the frail, and the weakness of the mighty, in the grudge of the envious, in the alms of the generous, in the frailty of hate, in the strength of love, I saw the divine. In the love of a mother, compassion of a father, in the comfort of a sister, in the shield of a brother, in the healing of the wound, in the beating of the heart, in the belly of the pregnant, in the contemplative mind, I saw the divine. In the droplet from the sky, in the smell of the drizzle, in the drenching in the rain, in the puddle on the porch, in the power of the wind, in the dazzle of the lightning, in the force of the hurricane and the flooding of the fields, I saw the divine. In the trembling of the voice, in the anguish of a scream, in the courage of the brave, in the fright of the weak, in the falling of a leaf, in the sounds of the trees, in the blooming of the tulip and the growth of the vine, I saw the divine. In the tune of the flute, in the beat of the drum, in the melody of the voice, in the cheering of the crowds, in the bonds of friendship, camaraderie of team, in the honing of a talent to reach great heights, I saw the divine. In the pursuit of a passion, in the passion of the insane, in the devotion of a monk and wisdom of the saint, in the yearning of a lover and excitement of beloved, in the granting of wishes and desire for more, I saw the divine. In the vision of the blind and perception of the deaf, in the steps of the cripple and slur of the mute, in the sparkle of a diamond and the fear of its loss, in the drop of a tear, in the hope of the dying, I saw the divine. In the moonlight spread across rolling hills, in the shadows of ourselves that we can't get rid, in the sailing of the ship over mighty oceans, in the power of the wind and the beautiful mind, I saw the divine. In the flight of an eagle, in the sight of a hawk, in the elegance of a deer, in the gallop of a horse, in the might of an elephant, in the pace of a tiger, in the howl of a wolf, in the grace of a lion, I saw the divine. In the moaning of the camel, in the arid desert, in the desolate island, in the overwhelming forest, in the crashing waves on the rocky coast, in the chirp of a mockingbird on the sandy shoreline, I saw the divine. In the doubts of the curious, in the power of belief, in the illusion of knowledge and ignorance of facts, in the wandering of the lost and direction of the guide, in the prayer of the destitute and the haughty flamboyant, I saw the divine. In the serenity of the wilderness, in the calm of the oceans, In the turbulence of the rapids, in the view of the valley, I saw the divine. In the honor of the teacher, in the devotion of the student, in the wounds of the soldier, in the hands of the surgeon, in the grief of the orphan, in the anguish of the widow, in the sorrows of the broken heart, in the elation of the triumph, I saw the divine. I turned to left and then to right. I looked to front and then behind. I looked down low and then up high. I looked out to the world, then looked inside. Wherever I looked, I saw the divine. Wherever I looked, I saw the divine.